Hi guys and welcome to Wilde. Today we're here with a Brighton-based band, Last Seen Alive. Hi guys and thank you so much for joining us today. It's really lovely to have a fellow Brightonians among us. How are you all doing?
Yeah, all good.
Yeah, we're all good.
Not too bad.
Perfect. So let's start with a Brighton-based question. What would you say are your favourite music venues in Brighton that you would recommend to others?
Ooh, well, so, I mean, there's a staple one for Last Seen Alive, and that has to be the Hope and Ruin. Like, we gig there all the time. We absolutely love the venue. Being that it's right central in the city, you know, down the road from the station, just next to, like, Churchill Square, and the vibe is just amazing. A lot of our best shows have been there, so I think that's like number one for the band. And then we go to the Concord for watching gigs, and that's a venue we kind of aspire to play. So that'd be like number two on our list. And then it used to, personally for me, I loved playing Sticky Mike's Frog Bar before that closed down. R.I.P. Sticky Mike's, but that was a really good venue at the time. So I kind of say those are like the three best ones. Well, two that used to be free.
I absolutely agree. Hope and Ruin is obviously an amazing place, especially for up-and-coming artists. Does any of you remember the Blind Tiger?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
The venue. That was a long time ago. That used to be a great place as well for discovering bands, but unfortunately, as these things happen, it's no longer a place. It's something else now. But yes, we're all very excited for the venues to open again, so the gigging can begin. So tell us a little bit more about the band. How did the band form?
How did the band form? Well, it was about 3 years ago. The majority of us went to BIM Brighton. So we've all sort of been playing music and into music for many years. And it was sort of in 2017 where I think we all just sort of like came together. It was mainly obviously Mike and Ellie who were the first two that sort of kicked it off. And Gareth joined in, me and Rich joined in, and I remember the first ever rehearsal, we were at Brighton Electric, and it was a cold winter's night. And we all sort of like came into this room and were like, yeah, we don't know any of these guys, what's it going to be like? And Mike and Ellie sent over like a little demo of like a little track they'd written, so we sort of pre-learned that. And we just spent hours and hours in that room just jamming this little tune, which ended up being Carnival, which is our first single we released a few years ago. And from there it just sort of went on and on and on, and we're like a little family now, and we love it. Yeah,
I think there's something I'd like to add on to that, and that's, so originally Mike and Ellie had already like started Last Seen Alive in terms of they've been songwriting from the beginning, and they put out like a Facebook ad about looking for a member, and I contacted them saying I'd be interested to help. So Mike sent me a demo. Now I remember I didn't know anything about them, never met them, even though they went to the same uni as me. And I remember hearing the demo, and I thought to myself, oh God, these guys are terrible. Like, they're obviously like first year BIM students, but I think they could do with my experience to help. So I was like, yeah, sure, I'll help you guys out. And then I met up with them, and I was like, oh crap, they've graduated. And then, but it was totally different. In the rehearsal room, they gave off a different vibe. They were actually amazing, and the song sounded incredible. But Mike's demoing skills at the time, not good. Sorry, Mike.
You can prove things, that's all that matters.
Okay.
Right, go on. I think, Gareth, you start then. If we're doing one each, we'll go around like that.
Ooh. Oh, I have to look on my Spotify to know. So I kind of go through phases, but there's never one. I listen to so much music. Okay. I think for me, I think there's an obvious answer for me, and that is Architects, another Brighton band. I adore Architects. They're one of my favorite bands. I've got a bloody tattoo of them. And they recently put out a song that just, oh my God, it's so different to what they've ever done before. And it's just so juicy, so epic. It's just kind of made me listen to it over and over again. And then I'm going, well, while I'm here, I might as well listen to more Architects. So yeah, Architects for me, always.
Cool. Matt?
Oh, it's like everyone's going to say the same thing, because like we all listen to such different music. And like, especially for me, like loving the production side of things, I really like go the other way sometimes and just get a bit of inspiration from that. But I was listening to a band, they're sort of fairly popular, called Braids, on the way in this morning. And it's like completely different to the kind of stuff you'd expect from us. London Grammar, I was listening to on the way home, literally just before the interview. So yeah, that's what I've been listening to recently. Yeah.
Cool. I think I'd have to say probably Bring Me the Horizon at the minute. Their sound has been kind of evolving kind of massively actually over the years, and they just dropped their new album 2 weeks ago, I think now, and it's kind of like moving gradually more to the kind of heavier side again, which is when I first got into Bring Me, it was that heavier kind of huge sound. So yeah, I'm really appreciating that in the last couple of weeks.
So right, old Mincer.
For me, slightly different to our sound, to be honest, but I've recently, I think Mike showed me them, and she's called Ashaniko. So she's just had a song that's just kind of hit the charts recently, but she's been around for quite a while, and she's like this mental, like super extra version of herself. She's like, she's got like alter egos, she's like, it's kind of rap, but like has screamo in it. She's like this really super dramatic performer. And for me, that's just super inspiring to listen to, because obviously she's her own frontwoman, she's a solo artist. But it's just really nice because it's kind of inspiring, sort of influencing kind of how I'd like to be on stage. So yeah, I've been really enjoying listening to her recently.
Oh, it's only me left. It is slightly outside the box. I was having a look about what I was listening to, and it's just like currently just filled with Radiohead. And it's like so weirdly outside the box, but I think it's just because like I've been working a lot recently. It's just music that really like helps me focus, and I love it because it's just so experimental, and yeah, just love a bit of Radiohead, especially the album In Rainbows. It's just beautiful.
I completely agree with you, and that's why it's always an interesting question, because it's not the music that we listen to, it's not always necessarily something new. Sometimes it's something that has a nostalgic value to us, that's really inspirational, and it's just what we feel like. So yeah, that's always really interesting, and it's a great way to kind of get to know each and every one of you. And during lockdown, we focus on lockdown part 1. Lockdown part 2 is just kind of a different story, isn't it? How did you find it as a band? Did you manage to do anything together, any performances, any live performances or anything like that?
I think as a band, like we sort of like had chat, and we're like, right, let's get our focus on, let's see what we can do. And we got involved with something called Together Fest. And so it was kind of, it's kind of like Zoom format. We made a video, it's on our YouTube. And I think we recorded, was it 3 songs, guys? And that was sort of like in Zoom format, like grid format. So all performing that, which was, yeah, interesting. I think it was very fun for sort of Matt to edit, for sure. It's like, here you go, Matt, here's a pile of videos and like sound recordings, go ahead. But I think we were just itching to get back, like sort of in a rehearsal studio, play some music. I think we're still itching to get on stage. We managed to, in September, after lockdown, head up to London and for Hotvox and do a live stream from there, which was just incredible. It was nice to actually be in front of some cameras and play to kind of an audience.
What are you working on now?
So we've been trying to get a track out. Well, the aim was always to get a new track out before Christmas. And our last few studio dates have been pushed back and back and back. So that's been kind of a direct effect of lockdown, really. So our aim is still to get that track out as soon as possible. We've still got guitar parts to record for that. So yeah, that's our main focus at the minute, and just trying to plan in more live stream shows and yeah, constantly. Yeah, songwriting as well throughout this time has been really good to just kind of take a bit of time to step back and get some new material in there and draw inspiration from kind of what's going on as well.
Absolutely. And 2021, anything in particular that you're working towards or you're hoping to release?
Oh, easily touring. We are so desperate to get back out, play in front of real people. So bad. Oh my God, I've hated every minute of 2020. And as soon as 2021 comes around and we're allowed out again, we'll come and visit everywhere. We want to just be out gigging again. We definitely got recording we want to get done and get some new music out. But it's all this pent up energy over the last year, where as soon as we are allowed to escape, we're going to be just all over the place, energetic, and yeah, we'll be coming for you.
Well,
I've actually made like a little mood board in this room here of like the tour for next year. So there's like all these behind the scenes work that we're just desperate, like, whilst we've got the time to plan, to get out there for 21 and just try and get ahead of the game, because as soon as we can get out there and live music can carry on again, it's just going to be a huge wave of all these bands, all these artists like trying to get out there. So the sort of like the plan is to do the release and then just fill out a load of dates and a tour to sort of promote that.
And hopefully, as we don't really know what 2021 is going to look like and when exactly we're going to be allowed out and what the live performances will look like. Hopefully, obviously there's been a few ideas going around with these sort of booths for people to be able to kind of stay in their little bubbles and be able to see live performances. So, you know, there is potential for live gigs to go ahead again, and hopefully festivals, and we're definitely keeping all of our fingers and toes crossed that can go ahead. And apart from gigging, what are you most looking forward to post-pandemic, or / when we go back to as normal as it can get?
Pub? No. Probably probably getting back in the rehearsal room, because for me that's something that we used to do before lockdown, once a week, about 3 hours, maybe 4, after our day jobs. And it's such like a form of just like release, if you know what I mean. Like, I don't know, how would you, like, almost like a form of exercise, like just get like de-stressing, going to rehearsal, doing the stuff, like the thing that we love, which is obviously performing and writing, and just, yeah, that's something I've really missed because it was part of our routine. So yeah, I'm just looking forward to getting back into the rehearsal studio. We go to Brighton Electric, and just, yeah, start writing again, really.
Yeah, I would second that. I think that music for me has always been a selfish thing first. Like, I love more than anything, probably the reason I play music is to get on stage and that connection when you're in that moment and the 5 of us are all kind of jamming and the crowd's really linked with us. That's like the purest moment ever. But music is also, like Ellie said, it's a form of release. Even like if there was a law that meant I couldn't play on stage, I would still be doing music after work in my life anyway. Like Elle said, get in the rehearsal room and just blow off steam, and you know, it's just a magical thing when like these songs are coming together, and yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
Amazing. And I am hoping with all my heart that all those things can happen. Hopefully in a very, very, very soon future. But yes, it's been really wonderful to get to know you guys. I hope that we can have you here on Wilde again in the near future. Maybe see you at a live performance and have an interview in person. That would be the dream right now for sure. But thank you so much. All of Last Seen Alive's socials will be left down below, so please go and check them out. Check out the YouTube channel, check out their Instagram, and yeah, we'll see you guys very soon. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'll see you soon.